What's up, tribe? It's your boy Chief Cali. Check this out. So many of you know that I took a 13-week contract assignment in the medical field out here in the state of Montana. Not only did I take the contract to be out here in Montana, I'm also on the Native American Indian reservation of the Blackfeet Nation. All right. So what I'm about to do is just tell you guys, of course, you all know that I identify as an American Indian. This is one of the things we talk about online, the difference between the Native Americans and the American Indians, the reclassified American Indians of North America, which you would call today Black people or African Americans, okay? I think for my journey, for me, it was divinely orchestrated for me to be here on this reservation, so I could see things firsthand, eye contact with my own eyes, you know what I'm saying? How things are actually on the reservation and how these people live and the differences in their culture from Black American culture. I'm gonna tell you this, I arrived here. First of all, let's talk about the trip here. Let's talk about the ride here. So I drove from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to Montana, which was 31 hours. I drove cross country to the state of Montana. Driving through some of these states I've never been in a day in my life was kind of like a culture shock, you know. I'm gonna tell you, I got inside of South Dakota, I believe. Got inside of South Dakota, and I think that's where I really started to notice the difference in the races, you know. But I'm gonna tell you, not one time did I experience any type of racism as I was moving around, moving across the country. I didn't feel any type of, racism. I even got to somewhere in South Dakota where I went to a Target, stopped at a Target. And when I tell y'all, I was the only brown person in the whole store. I was the only brown person in the whole store. Boy, that was my first time just feeling real awkward, you know, being the only brown person. I'm talking about, when I say in the whole store, I mean in the whole store, not in the parking lot. I ain't see a brown person in the parking lot. I ain't see a janitor brown person. I ain't see a brown cashier. I didn't see nothing. It just me walking through the store. You feel what I'm saying? So that was an awkward moment for me. So I kept moving across country. The next thing I'm going to say, I arrived in Billings, Montana. I went through Kansas City. I went through Iowa or Idaho, or one of them. Went through there, Nebraska, part of Nebraska. Ended up in Montana, but ended up in Billings, Montana. Now Billings, Montana, I'm gonna tell you, as I'm riding across country, being a melanated brother riding across country through some of these towns, yeah, I was kind of, my head was on the swivel. I'm because I know how you can be targeted, just because of, your skin tone. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't encounter anything on the road, so I'm grateful for that. Got to Billings, Montana, and that's where I decided to, I think I had about 6 more hours left going into Montana, going into Browning, Montana. So I said, I'm going to just rest in Billings. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna rest in Billings. The reason I chose to rest in Billings is because I saw some of us. I saw brown people, a nice size of brown people moving around Billings, Montana. So it was, it looked more city. It looked more city, like what I come from. Because when you're making that ride across country, when I tell you, there are some roads that is nothing but nature. Nature. No exits, no rest stops, no nothing. So if you play around with your gas on some of them roads in Montana and South Dakota and stuff, man, if you ever run out of gas, you're gonna be in trouble, because you up there in the mountains, you on these roads that don't know, but there was times where I was actually on the road all by myself. You know what I'm saying? So you see nothing but nature out there. Nature, 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 nature. So when I got to Billings, I saw some of us. I saw our people. I said, okay, let me rest. Let me stay here and rest. I blend in with people here, and then I'll take the next 6 hours on in. My next stop was, I left Billings and I ended up in Great Falls, Montana. Great Falls. Now I'm gonna tell you, in Great Falls, I didn't see a brown person nowhere there either. Okay, so now I'm 2 hours away from Browning, Montana. I'm 2 hours away from the reservation. I got 2 more hours to go. So I get to Browning. I leave Great Falls. I didn't want to stay in Great Falls too long. It was kind of city-like too. Like, there was some civilization in Great Falls also, like it was in Billings. But I had to keep going 2 more hours to Browning, to the reservation. So I head on in, get to the reservation. I'm looking at the reservation, and it's pretty much everything that they say about the reservation. So that's what I'm about to go into, is I'm about to show you some video clips of me on the reservation, where I'm staying at on the reservation, what it looks like on the reservation, and just my observation so far being here in Montana on the Blackfeet Nation Indian Reservation. So check this out. This is one thing I'm learning about this reservation off rip. They got a lot of fucking stray dogs out here. So I decided to walk to the store around the corner. You see what I got in my hand, right? You see what I got in my hand, right? Because they got a lot. I just got attacked by 2 dogs back there. Let me grab me a pole, and I want to walk around the corner. I got my car parked back there at the spot, but I said I want to walk. Came out and got attacked by 2 dogs.
Tonight, our Alina Howder looks at the issue of the overpopulation of dogs on the reservations and the problems it can cause.
One day after a man in Lame Deer was attacked and killed by a pack of dogs, we're learning more about how prevalent this problem is and what's being done to keep people safe.
There's nothing cuter than puppies. But sadly, this is the face of a growing problem plaguing Montana's Indian reservations.
Most of our puppies and dogs come from the reservation.
Communities overrun by stray dogs that are often aggressive. The Bureau of Indian Affairs now confirms 58-year-old Duke Little Whirlwind was killed in Lame Deer Sunday when a pack of dogs attacked.
When dogs pack, they actually will fight with each other too.
Chris Winterroud is the owner of Help Every Pet, an organization in Hardin that rescues dogs from the reservation. She's seen firsthand just how big of a problem stray dogs have become and why rescues like hers serve such an important purpose.
There's a strong need specifically because of overpopulation.
And so has Heather Gochi.
But they never had collars on. They were always like malnourished. There would be packs of them sometimes.
Heather used to work with Animal Rescue Res Dogs of Montana. She says pack mentality is when it comes to community dogs. Heather once saw a pack of 20 on one of her visits to the Crow Reservation.
So I would even leave dog food for some of the dogs that I saw. It would be very sad just how many you saw.
While rescues have helped, sadly many communities like Lame Deer are still overrun with stray animals. Rescues often provide free vaccinations and spay and neuter clinics to try and curb the overpopulation problem, but the pandemic hasn't helped.
We had to cancel 2020 clinics. We had to cancel them altogether, and that was really tough.
And sadly, the problem has now turned deadly. A man killed by a pack of dogs. Dogs that not too long ago were cute puppies like this, trying to make it on their own on their reservation. In Billings, Alina Howder, MTN News.
And then, walking up the street, I see them dogs over there. So when I was driving around, when I was driving through the neighborhoods, I noticed like on the side streets and stuff, it's a lot of stray dogs. They just be walking around. They just be out here walking around late night. So yeah, anytime I decide I'm finna walk to the store, to the corner store, whatever, yeah, I'm bringing this boy right along with me. Bringing this boy right along with me. Bow, bow, get back, get back. But yeah, this is the Blackfeet Reservation. I'm just walking down the street because I wanted to just, you know, get out and walk. Slim Bull will tell you that. Especially when I was young, man, I get out and I'll be in anybody's hood, man, and I'll be walking through the hood. Like, I always been like that, but yeah, this is the reservation. They love Jesus. One thing about it. One thing about it. They love him some Jesus. It's crazy because it seems like all the people that love Jesus be in the worst conditions. Because these reservations, yeah, this shit. We got the projects, they got the reservation. How about that? We got the projects, they got the reservations. I'm gonna be here till January working. So I'm sure I'll see more during my time being here. Hey yo, check this name out. How ironic is this name right here? Big Chief Chinese. Yo, how ironic is this? Big Chief Chinese. How you doing? Big Chief Chinese. Look, there go more stray dogs. More stray dogs. Hell nah, I ain't finna be walking around. I'm finna drive everywhere I'm going. More stray dogs. God. I'm gonna go get back in my car. I'm gonna go back to my car and I'm gonna show y'all this one huge dog I just saw sitting on the sidewalk, man. Yeah, I ain't finna be walking around. I'm driving now. I don't care. I'm driving to the corner. This crazy. Matter of fact, I'm back in my car now. Look, more stray dogs. Look. Look at this shit. Look at them just crossing the street. Look at the dogs waiting across the street at the crosswalk. They so polite. They waiting across the street. Waiting to cross. Come on, cross, doggies. So as I was walking up the street, three dudes, when I told y'all the dogs almost attacked me and shit, three dudes came, I guess three dudes from that house, they came out, they started walking up the street with me, so they met me, you know, they was like, yo, what's happening, what's up with you, da-da-da-da-da. So we chopped it up, we walking up the street, chopping it up. Why was one of their questions, hey, you do drugs? Yeah, I'm back at my car, but yeah, just know this. If I ain't carrying a stick, when I'm in, hey, just know this. If I'm outside and I ain't carrying a stick, you better know right up under this thing right here, I'm gonna be okay. If I ain't got no stick in my hand, you better know I got something else on. Damn, y'all, you can see the mountains back there. You can see the mountains and shit back there. That's crazy. More stray dogs. You see the stray dogs running? There's dogs everywhere out here. I ain't walking nowhere. He was just sitting on the sidewalk. Look, here go more dogs. Look at them. Look at them up the street. There's stray dogs. No, that ain't him. He down one of these side streets, y'all. There you go. Look at these niggas. They gang banging. They gang banging. Look at that big ass dog. Oh, I ain't walking nowhere around here. I was. Look at that nigga. Look at all these dogs. Look at these niggas. Hey, what tribe you from? No? Oh, all right. More dogs. So if you walking down these streets, oh, I got my lesson real quick. Look at them niggas, they on guard duty. I got my lesson real quick. Soon as I got out my car to walk to the store, man, they attacked me. So the dog backed up, but yo, I got my lesson on the res. Hey, the dogs was like, yeah, welcome to the res, nigga. Look at this nigga. He on the block. This nigga just on the block. Just on the block. Nigga just on the block. Man, I'm not walking nowhere around here. I don't care if I'm going next door. I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna go next door. This is wild. Okay, I'm finna go this way. I'm finna see what all this is back here. This is Central Ave. There go the TPIGA down there. The TPIGA. Let me go see what's going on back here. Museum of the Plain Indians. Oh, okay, this their casino back here. Gotcha. This the casino. This is their casino. Glacier Peaks Casino. Okay. All right. Glacier Peaks Casino. Glacier Peaks. Now it's amazing how they got a nice hotel inside of this casino, and then down the street is the Ran Down Motel. Glacier Peaks. Well, I'm gonna assume that they keep the stray dogs away from over here. How about that? I'm gonna assume they keep the stray dogs on that side of the street. I don't see no stray dogs over here. Stray dogs over here, but they show over there in the hood down there. The hood is back there. The casino is over here behind me. So right now I'm walking through their grocery store, their IGA, trying to document as much as I can being out here on this reservation, man. Just to show y'all my observations of being out here on the reservation, man. A long way from home. How you doing? Long way from home, man. So just got off the phone with Sean. And she was like, man, go get you something to eat, man. Go to the store. You don't need to do all that eating out. Well, Sean, it ain't a whole lot of eating out to do here anyway. So you ain't really got no choice but to go to the grocery store. And I ain't one to usually be in the grocery store shopping. So imagine how that's going for me right now. I'm just trying to give me something, just a little something before I go to work tonight. I ain't doing too much. Trying to grab me a salad or something, man. A couple little things for the morning time when I get off work. But I ain't doing too much. But yeah, man, in the grocery store right now, just trying to, man, you gotta get you some hot chocolate or something. Did I get my hot chocolate? Yeah, I got some hot chocolate. Gotta get some hot chocolate out here, man. But I like to drink cappuccino though. So usually I have like some French vanilla cappuccino or something. But yeah, man, it's cold out here. And it's just me right now, just trying to find me something to eat so I don't have to keep coming outside. What I'm about to grab me is some salmon, because Shine don't like to share her salmon. So I gotta come grab my own salmon. Shine don't never like to share her salmon. Hey Shine, look. When I tell y'all humans don't run this reservation, dogs do. Look here. Look. Right at the grocery store door. There was about 10 of them when I came in. Show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I put my stick over here. I'm gonna show y'all the trailer that I'm staying in while I'm here working. 13 weeks. This is at the grocery store. Look at the dog just chilling. Right at the door. Dogs. Dogs. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all them dogs over there. They was all at the grocery store front door. Dogs everywhere. Now I want y'all to look at this. I'm trying to tell y'all, these people are like, they're Mexicans, they're Asians. This is why on this reservations you're gonna see a lot of culture food of tacos and Chinese food and stuff like that. These people are Asians, they're Mexicans, AKA Native Americans.
They've infiltrated our reservation. They've married in. They've basically set up shop. It's just a problem that won't go away.
Not American Indians, but Native Americans. Everybody on this reservation. I am the only brown person walking this reservation that I have seen so far. I'm the only brown person. The only brown person. More dogs. So I'm finna show y'all where I stay at, where I'm staying at on the reservation. Check y'all up here. This is their elementary school on the reservation. Now I'm gonna show y'all where they got me at. Y'all would not believe, because of the dogs, I have to literally back my car up to the actual door in order for me to go out, in order for me to go in and out the trailer they got me in. So they got me in a trailer park. I'm staying in a trailer park. The facility has me in a trailer on their reservation. This my hood right here. This my hood. Yeah, boy, I'm from the Jacks. Out here in the projects. Look at the dogs. Now, I'm staying right there in that trailer. Look at the dogs. Look at the dogs. I have to literally back this car into the door. Look at these big ass dogs. I have to literally back my car in. I'm staying there. Now this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do in order to get in my trailer. Meeting you at the door if you don't. Meeting you at the door if you don't. Yeah. So I literally have to back my car all the way up to the door, because even behind me there's an open gate, like there's a hole in the gate. If you're not paying attention, they'll come, the dogs will come in packs. The dogs will come in packs through the gate behind me. So I want y'all to see, I literally have to back my car in to the door just so I can get in the door, because of him and all of his friends when I pull up. This is what I have to do in order to get in. Yeah, this is the part I hate about this reservation. So this is it's very poor on the reservation, very poor. So this is where I'm staying. This is where I'm at. The facility has me staying here. So I had to go get me some groceries. I was in here watching TV and trying to get rid of this stomach I got. So this is where they had. They heard me taking in my groceries. Here come the other one. Look at him. Look, here they come. Do what I told y'all. Do what I told y'all. You literally have to carry a stick around here. You literally have to carry a stick. Get out, move. Sometimes it be 3, sometimes it be 4. Sometimes they come from back here in the packs. So this is pretty much what's going on with me on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation. This is where I'm staying at, in this trailer, for work for 13 weeks. I will be here till January 17th. So, I had to go get me something to eat, man. Salad, man. Gotta do my salad. I'm trying to lose this stomach. I had to give me a salad. Been doing this grapes and cheese thing too. So I don't know what it is, but I fell in love with this whole little cheese and grapes thing, man. Hey, Shine, look, still no bread. Still no bread. Shine stopped me from eating bread for 10 weeks. My contract don't end here until January 17th, then I'm going back home, man. Going back home to my baby. And I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break for my birthday and Valentine's Day, then I'll be back out on another contract in another state, another city somewhere. So I get here, I go to my facility, let them, you know, I check in at the facility and everything. I'm ready to start work the next night. So I start work the next night. Man, when I tell you, the people I've encountered now, you hear a lot of people say that the Native Americans are very racist towards us, which could be totally true. I'm just telling you my experience so far being out here. I have not encountered any racism. I haven't encountered any type of side-eyeing or anything. These people have been very, very welcoming. I mean, very nice. I'm on their reservation. From what I understand, this is one of the biggest reservations in America. From what I understand, this reservation goes from Montana all the way up to Canada somewhere. You know, so this is, you know, I'm learning a lot of things while I'm here. I felt like this was divinely orchestrated for me to come here, you know, and see things myself, talk to the people myself. But I'm gonna tell you, so far, dealing with the stereotype of racism, as of right now, I have not encountered any, and I'm just gonna keep it real. These people have been some of the greatest people, very caring, very, you know, ain't treated me no kind of way. You know, they've been cool people. So I'll tell you about what they look like to me. What these people look like to me. These people on this reservation, and you can go look up videos of reservations, Native American reservations, and you'll see what I'm talking about. These people look just like they are Mexicans, Asians, Filipinos. They look just like that. Most of them, there's no copper on them. There's no copper in them. These are more Latin looking people to pale white folks. So that's what I noticed being here. There's a lot of European looking people here.
My name is Zarina Sankar and I'm from Browning, Montana. I really like dancing and contests. I do old style jingle. I came here to represent Heartbeat and dance for my people and keep our culture, you know.
Y'all see this? I want y'all to look at this. Look it straight ahead. Hold on. Do y'all see that? Those are the Rocky Mountains. I got a perfect view of the Rocky Mountains on the street that I live on the reservation. I want y'all to look at this. Look at this dog just chilling in the middle of the street. Just chilling, but it gets even better than that. Check these folks out. Hey, y'all gonna be here when I get back? Y'all keep an eye on the spot, all right? All right, peace. So just my observation of being here in Browning, Montana on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation, I would mainly say so far things have been cool. Things have been, it's something to get used to when you're coming from the city. Okay, so when they say this is a rural area, when I say they're definitely out here on their own. They're definitely out here on their own. When I tell you there's nothing around, now they have some things right here on the reservation, auto parts stores, mechanics, but they don't have a lot of things. They got grocery stores. They got a couple grocery stores that I've seen. Now, mind you, I haven't been over the whole reservation yet. This is just the little area that I'm in right now, where I'm working at. So, like I said, they say this reservation goes way up to Canada. So I haven't seen everything, but from what I understand, from talking to my coworkers and things, there's nothing to do on the reservation. There's nothing to do here. So even with myself, since I've been here, the most I've been able to do is, when I have my off days or whatever, is pretty much either go sightseeing or I just pretty much hit the gym.
When the lights go down, will you change up the game or will you still be around? I used to have very little, but I had high hopes. I don't know how to make it there, but I know where I'm trying to go. I heard them say it's lonely at the top. Well, shit, the bottom's overcrowded and I'm starving. I can hear my stomach growling and the growling's getting louder. My patience growing thinner. My folks been in the trenches for long as I remember. Now I focus in the mirror like, look how far I came. I got all this money and became financial aid.
So one of the things I have noticed is, even on the way out here, is how much nature they're in out here, okay? These are the people we are telling y'all are working with the government to steal your identity, the reclassified American Indian Negro of North America. These are the people that work with the government to take your identity. They're getting your benefits on the land and all of that, right? So as I was coming out here, one thing I noticed, I said, golly, they put these people out in the middle of nowhere. As I'm coming here, it's just going through my head like, man, like, it's almost like they put these people, let's just say if this was a house, they threw them down in the basement. Yeah, y'all go down in the basement. Thanks for helping us out. Y'all want a piece of the house? Yeah, y'all room is down in the basement. Or y'all room is up in the attic. Yeah, put them up in the attic somewhere. They don't need to roam the whole house and that's what it felt like coming out here. It's like they put these people out on the land, but it's like, look where the land is. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody comes out here. It's just them in their own little circle. You feel what I'm saying? As to where we actually roam the land. Like, we're all over the land. So that was one thing that caught my attention. It's just like, they helping the government work on us, do a number on us, but the government is doing a number on them. You know what I'm saying? Push them way out in the middle of nowhere. And there is a big drug problem on the reservation.
These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it for New York, New York, New York.
And so talking to, some of the people I work with, they were explaining to me like, basically there's nothing to do here. All they do is drink. They drink and they have a big drug problem here. So they were telling me like their biggest drug problem here is meth and fentanyl is their biggest drug problem here.
The Blackfeet Reservation in northern Montana is beautiful and vast. It is also awash in fentanyl.
It's as if fentanyl is raining on our reservation. That I'll do anything to help.
Marvin Weatherwax Jr. is a tribal leader here and says much of the drug activity on his reservation stems from Mexican cartels selling to community members and using their homes, often in remote areas, as distribution hubs.
They've infiltrated our reservation. They've married in. They've basically set up shop. It's just a problem that won't go away.
Tell me what happens at night.
It's like a switch turns off and there's a whole different population takes over.
Federal law enforcement officials tell NBC News one of the most dangerous Mexican drug cartels, Sinaloa, once run by the notorious El Chapo, now in part by his sons, is targeting Blackfeet and the state's 6 other reservations with a steady flow of drugs, including fentanyl.
What brought you up here?
This is a rare glimpse into that trade. A Sinaloa cartel member pulled over by police on one of the reservations during one of his many trips up from Mexico.
Are you from around here? Or you got a passport?
Mexico. Mexico, yeah.
Ultimately, he and 2 other Sinaloa cartel members were convicted of bringing drugs and cash into Montana, resulting in one of the biggest drug busts in the state's history. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Over 700,000 fentanyl pills were seized in the case, according to Montana's U.S. Attorney, Jesse Lasclovich, who was in charge of the federal prosecution. Why Montana?
Fundamentally, it's money. It's big business. These are transnational criminal organizations. They're sophisticated people who have a lot of resources and who are as dangerous as they come.
They've taken advantage of the situation.
Until a couple of months ago, Stacy Zinn ran the DEA here in Montana, working with Laskovich's office on federal drug crimes. She tells me on the reservations the price of fentanyl is high and law enforcement is sparse, fertile ground for the cartel.
Drugs in other cities are saturated. You have multiple cartels. Well, up here in Montana, it's pretty much wide open space and territory for them to be able to grab.
Profit margins soar the further away from the Mexican border you go. A single fentanyl pill that costs between 4 and 25 cents to produce in Mexico can be sold for 50 cents or $1 in San Diego, and over $100 on some reservations here in Montana. And then there is the lack of law enforcement. According to a former federal official, there are less than 20 DEA agents for the whole state. As for the reservations,
these reservations don't have enough tribal police to protect them. Very, very few, and there's hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. And nefarious people, the ones that are committing crimes, know this.
On the Northern Cheyenne Reservation, the boarded-up meth houses bear witness to what community leaders say is a staggering drug problem. 2 years ago, there were 19 police officers for the whole reservation. So they sued the Bureau of Indian Affairs asking for help, but no help arrived. They now say they're down to 7 officers. A Bureau of Indian Affairs spokesperson says the agency does not comment on pending cases. Is the federal government doing everything it needs to do?
We always can do more and need to do more, to be candid. We're in the West, and unfortunately, when we don't have the boots on the ground and people aren't being held accountable, it really becomes the wild, wild West. And I think you see that in Indian country here in Montana, more than we should.
Tribal leaders say the effects are devastating.
Have you seen a spike in other kinds of crime? Sexual abuse and sexual assault.
Human trafficking.
Child abuse. Child neglect.
Domestic violence.
They say they also fear more fentanyl arriving on their reservation. That fear is already the reality for Weatherwax's community. The Blackfeet declared a state of emergency 2 years ago after 17 people overdosed, leaving 4 dead in just 1 week.
The drug problem on our reservation, it's so serious that it's pretty much wiping out a generation.
They're watching, they're observing.
Zinn insists more resources are urgently needed.
We are fighting this problem standing on one leg, and half the time we're handcuffed.
She says, right now, the cartels are winning. Cynthia McFadden, NBC News, Montana.
And like I told y'all, when I first got here, 3 guys walked up to me, out on the street, and they looking at me, and one of the questions they asked me was, do I do drugs? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sitting here like, golly, like, y'all are bold with it, ain't y'all? But like I told them, nah, I don't do none of that. I don't even drink. You know what I'm saying? So, what I say that to say, that's how bold they are here, and that's how, much the drug problem is here. They'll walk right up to you and ask you about, drugs. So that is one thing I've noticed being here on the reservation too. The reservation is very run down. It's very, it's very run down. You could say we got projects, and you could say our projects is run down. Yeah, but I don't think our projects look as bad as the reservation. It's almost like being on the reservations, you're going back in time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're behind on things, you know what I'm saying? And, they don't have a lot of things being on the reservations. Again, being in a rural area, right? When I say this is a very rural area, there's nothing out here. So if you want to go to Walmart, you have to go 2 hours away to Great Falls, Montana. If you want to go to AT&T or your phone carrier, you have to go 2 hours away to Walmart. If you want to go to anything where civilization is at, you gotta go 2 hours out or 6 hours to Billings, Montana. That's how rural it is out here. And I was talking to my coworkers, and my coworkers say, yeah, I know it's different to y'all that come here, you know what I'm saying? But they was like, man, we've been doing this all our life. So it's, it's nothing to us. So, that's how it is so far, being here in Montana and being actually on the reservation, seeing how they live on the reservation, man. The first meal I had when I got here on the reservation, believe it or not, I had lunch with some natives here. My second day here, I had lunch with some natives. That's the first meal I had. Believe it or not, it was burritos. Burritos. Let that sink in. When we talk about American Indian culture and the culture of the food culture of our land, I told y'all we eat soul food. We eat soul food is our staple. You know what I'm saying? Not burritos, not tacos, not rice. You get what I'm saying? And like I showed y'all, these people are Asian looking. They're Mexican looking. So just imagine you get here and you're eating burritos, tacos. I showed y'all a Chinese place here on the reservation where the name of it is Big Chief Chinese. Let that sink in. I think these people know who they are. I think these people really know who they are. But again, they've been paid, they've been taken care of to take our identity on this land. When I tell you these people, I hardly see any, I don't see any copper. These people are Spanish looking and European, white European looking. And they call themselves Indians. They call themselves Indians on this land. Although we know the definition of an American was the copper-colored race of people found here on this land. But now it applies to the Europeans. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, I'm witnessing this with my own eyes. And I mean, and I'm gonna tell you this, even the way they talk, they even have the lingo, the cadence of like Mexican people. When you hear the Mexicans, or in Atlanta as we call them, the Migos, when you hear them talk, you know, it's even the same cadence. Hey, Holmes, like, it's even the same. Hey, why you gonna do that? Yeah, it's even the same cadence of how they talk. Oh no, hey, like it's even the same cadence of how you would hear Mexican people talk. I promise you it is. So I'm getting firsthand experience being on this reservation, and I'm saying, wow. I haven't seen anybody that looks like me yet. And these people call themselves Indian, and they are pale white people, or Asian or Spanish looking people. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, but so far, this is my experience of being on the res in Browning, Montana, the Blackfeet Indian Reservation. That's where I'm at. I'll be here till January. I just wanted to share a little bit of my experience with my American Indians and let y'all know I'm seeing this firsthand right in front of my eyes. They're not us, we're not them. They're getting all of your benefits. They're taking your identity on this land. And they call themselves Indians right here on the land. Again, my name is Chief Cali, man. I'm out here on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation in Browning, Montana. Thank y'all for checking me out. This is just my observation of what I've seen so far being on the radio.